All right, what's up, people? We are here for the Friday duplicate game, and I am once again flying solo in this match. And I'm going to start just as the North player as usual. I don't know where I'm supposed to start from at this point, but I just figured I'll go North, East, South, and West, and play 3 boards from each as usual. And I'm faced with an interesting decision on the first board here. I'm the dealer, sitting in the North chair. No one's vulnerable. And you can just tell the vulnerability from basically the bidding box right up here. This would have color codes, and also this little tray here will have some information about the vulnerability as well. So we're not vulnerable. It's an ugly hand. If you put the king of clubs into the heart suit, I would open 2 hearts 100%, right? And I'm still tempted to do so anyway, just because of the vulnerability, right? And the fact that it's not, I would prefer to have a singleton like 6-3-3-1 or 6-4-2-1 in this situation. But here are my thoughts. Just in general, the environment I find myself in is 3 robots around the table, and I happen to know that I may confuse my partner to some degree, but I'm way more likely to confuse my opponents with a preemptive bid, and it's on the edge for me. I would rather have the 10 of hearts. If I could add that to this hand, it would make it easier. Again, I would rather have more shape or put that king of clubs in the suit. But the king of clubs is not worthless, right? It's king 9 third in this spot. I'm in a spot where if I just count my losers, I have 2 diamond losers, 2 spade losers for 4, at least 2 heart losers for 6, maybe 7, and a couple club losers for 8. Right, even 8 tricks, that's down 3 at the 2 level. It's not ideal, but that's losing everything we expect on this guy. And if we're losing all of that, what the heck are the opponents going to be able to do? Right, non-vulnerable makes this a much more reasonable thought, at least. I'm not saying it's a reasonable bid. It's a little on the stretchy side, but as an aggressive player in general, I'm okay just getting in here. And now I'm happy for 2 reasons. I've avoided disaster, right? No one's doubled, and partner hasn't bid any sort of game here. So the opponents are in here. I've interfered with their process, and I've done my job. If they're perfect from here on out, I can't do anything about it. But what I can say is I've done my best to interfere with what they're doing, and hopefully it's meaningful. And if not, oh well, there's board number 2 next. All right, so here we go. Let's take a peek. 2 hearts, 3 diamonds on our left. Natural, just good hand, obviously, an opening hand or better. 3 spades, same sort of hand. Good hand, 5 plus spades, and then 4. So here's what I'm thinking. I want to be aggressive in this spot. And why? Well, I know that the opponents have shown a kind of source of tricks over here, natural, and then they found a fit in a major suit. So what are they going to do? Well, they're presumably going to draw some trump and set up some diamonds. So this is a spot that you really do want to make an aggressive lead. I think a club is just a little bit risky, even though it is what might be called for here. I think the queen of hearts is just a normal lead and aggressive enough where we might just develop a trick, and if partner gets in with a trump, we still have a shot at the club suit afterwards, or taking the heart trick that we might be developing here. Right, so I'm going to play that, but just recognize here I'm always thinking some sort of aggressive lead, because I expect lefty to have some source of tricks over there, and wow, it is an amazing source of tricks. So that was super fast, folks. Let me just give it to you again here. There it is. All right, so queen of hearts, duck, duck, ace of hearts over there. And dummy just has a heart, a stiff club, and amazing diamonds over there. So hopefully partner has a trump entry, and or when declarer tries to get back to their hand, we'll get a chance to take a club and a heart. But maybe not. Maybe we've kept them out of slam, though, as well. Wow, they're voiding diamonds. Okay. So look at this. They're going to try to set up diamonds. Diamonds are 4-2, as we can see. Wait, sorry, they have 8 diamonds over there. Whoa. So wait, 8 diamonds. We have 2 in our own hand. That's 10. Partner has 3. So they don't. It doesn't look like they're going to have the entries to do everything here, unless they could take a roughing finesse here. Ace of diamonds, queen of diamonds. Partner's going to have to make a choice of either cover or not. And it's going to depend on how many spades declarer has as to what they can realize here. So there's the roughing finesse. Now, if declarer just had 7 spades to start with, we're in trouble. But no, it doesn't look like it. Okay. It's going ace of clubs. They're going to try to rough this. I'm going to just play low. Maybe we get a trick with a king. They're pitching. Now we're going to rough that. And here is where I can just exit a club now, right? If they're roughing it, fine. And then if we're getting a heart trick later, great. Good question here. I'm going to duck this. let partner ruff, and we'll take a trick later, it looks like, because it looks like declare has 2 hearts over there. I believe. I could be wrong. Oh, partners can take clubs, even better. Nice. All right, this is good stuff, folks. So this is what happens when we mess with them, right? We panicked them into a situation. Well, honestly, I can't really say that. I can't take credit for this. Look at this. Let's jump to the results screen. I'm sitting here patting myself on the back when in reality, they're not unreasonably in 4 spades on this sort of auction. So hang on one second. Let me jump over. So if we don't open 2 hearts and just recognize it, the one weird thing you might see here is I'm sitting north, right? So it might look weird because you're used to seeing this hand here, but when we flip over here, I'm sitting in the north chair. So I open 2 hearts. I mean, what are you going to do with this hand, right? I think 3 diamonds is pretty normal. I mean, you're going to try to play 3 no trump is the big thing, and that's the failing on this one, unfortunately. After 3 diamonds, I mean, it's not really failing. Look at this hand. After it goes 2 hearts, 3 diamonds, pass. West is just sitting there going, well, I have ace, king, 10, 9, 4th of hearts, which is awesome, but I'm void in the suit partner has shown strength in. Bidding 3 no trump doesn't seem like it's the right spot. And so then it goes 3 spades, and now with ace, queen, tight of spades, I mean, you can't really blame them for just kicking it into 4 and hoping for the best, but that is a heck of a lot of diamonds to not want to play in that suit. So here, bidding 2 hearts just kind of took away enough room so they wouldn't start to discuss this. So if we pass, it would go 1 diamond. It would go a spade. My hand would still be passing. Right? If I'm not going to bid first, I'm certainly not going to come in now. Then they would probably just bid 3 diamonds, and now maybe they just get to pick off 3 no and play it there. They only have 1 entry to that 8-card diamond suit and dummy, so I don't think this is a brutal hand. I'm sorry I left it in there, folks. I didn't even notice it before I sat down to play it, because I like to play these without seeing them too much. I'll massage some of the points, but I don't really look at the hands, and this is a surprise right here. So if you did see a preempt in the north chair, I think 3 diamonds is fine. 4 diamonds is interesting, but there's a problem with 4 diamonds, right? You want to show like an extraordinary hand with diamonds, but you don't want to dissuade partner from bidding 3 no trump, especially if they have like a couple of small diamonds or stiff king or something. It doesn't matter. Or just the king of spades, 2 entries to dummy and that nice diamond suit. You want to try to play 3 no. So if partner's willing to do that, you want to give them the chance. So 3 diamonds makes a lot of sense. And then after 3 spades, who knows? But really, if it goes past, you're supposed to open a diamond. Now it's going to go a spade. I would absolutely jump to 3 diamonds here just to kind of show strength. And I only have 13 points, but I have an 8-card diamond suit. And again, West will have to make a choice from there. So interesting hand to start with. Let's hope they get more normal from here on out. So that was board 1. Let's jump into board 2, folks. Ooh, here I am sitting in the north chair again, and I am actually looking at a concept that we just talked about in my complete guide to no trump auctions, which released or is still releasing. Actually, I have a couple sections left to post on that, but there's a ton of content already in that course, so grab that. I'll leave it in the link for this or in the description for this. But it is a topic that is very interesting when we're in the balancing seat. What do we bid with this hand? 1 diamond, pass to us. So your 1 no trump bid here is not 15 to 18 anymore, which is what it would be in the direct chair. If I were sitting over there, folks, and they opened a diamond here, I would bid a no trump and it would be 15 to 18 balanced. And that's exactly what I would do with this hand over there. Over here, it's 12 to 14 balanced. And that's because we're borrowing a king from our partner. This is that situation. They opened 1 of a suit, pass to us, and this is our hand, right? So here we are too strong for 1 no trump. We are not quite strong enough for another bid you might not have thought of, which is 2 no trump, folks. 2 no trump is natural and also strong, 19 or 20. So here, or at least for the robot, I like to play it as like 18 to 20-ish in practical senses. Here we have to take 2 steps, folks. We're going to double, and then we're going to bid no trump. There it is, 16 to 21. That's our range. Partner gives us a little raise here, 6 to 8. And sorry, what was the range we showed? Let's make sure we're on the right side of that. 16 to 21. Well, that is the lower end of that range, folks. Even though they're 6 to 8-ish over there, you would guess they would bid 3 no trump with any hand that could play opposite this flat 17. So we are going to let it go and just play 2 no trump. And partner had some sort of hand they might have wanted to bid some more hearts with or spades. That's too brutal. So the interesting thing of this is if we were able to make a natural no trump bid, partner would have the system available to at least get us to hearts and end us there, or maybe get us to a spot where we might go fishing for more. But really, they have a interesting hand with only 7. After our 1 no trump bid, I think bidding again with this hand would be very reasonable, especially with the sort of shape they're looking at. But honestly, we're in match points, so it's time to see how many tricks we can create. And if we can take more in this contract than we can in hearts, we're going to be doing a little better. So we're going to start with just our winner account. We have 3 club winners, ace, king, and the queen over there. We only have 1 heart, that's 4. That's it for winners. Right? However, we have sources of extra tricks in a couple of spots, especially hearts and maybe spades and definitely diamonds. Right? So here we have some potential everywhere. When I look at this hand to start, I want to just make my plan before I choose what to do, because my choice here is going to be all about where I want to be to lead next. And for my purposes, I want to be in that north hand, so I can take a heart finesse towards this hand. Let's count the points as well, folks, because we do have left-hand opponent opening the bidding. So let's give them their 12, their opening bid. We started with 17 as we calculated already, and there's 7 in dummy, right? So that's 24-36. Right-hand opponent is looking at about 4 points. That is not too good there. So maybe the heart finesse isn't even working, right? This is a spot where we'd like to know what card they have over there. But it's still worth taking, and maybe we'll take a deeper heart finesse than usual. We're going to win the queen and dummy just so we can make this play. I'm going to play low from my hand. Now I'm going to play a low heart, and I'm going to play the 8. And what did I do? I finessed for the jack and the king at the exact same time. And to be fair, I was pretty confident the king was to my left, right, based on the calculation we made with the points. So here, if we're losing to that king, we may not lose to the jack, which is a card that West has more room for. But even if we are, right, we were always losing to those 2 tricks anyway. And maybe if it's king jack tight, we're going to get lucky in either of those circumstances. So here, very happy we saw the heart finesse work for us. And let's just look at the spots on that last one. Ace, queen, ooh, and the 9 is interesting. We have king, jack, 6. Let's hope we see another one of those cards over there. So sorry, I need to play a card from dummy. Ooh, good. So now we've seen the 9 and the 8, right? So we only have the 7 and the 10, I believe. Do we have the 10 to deal with? Yeah, I think so. So here we play the jack. And now's the question, what do we do? Well, count your winners. Again, folks, make sure you know where you are. You have 2 winners in the bank, which is right up here. Right? You're going to take 2 more hearts for 4, 2 clubs for 6, and 1 diamond for 7. Is that enough to take the rest of the tricks? Not quite yet. So what do we do, folks? Well, it's time to develop more tricks, and we can do that in spades. Ooh, it looks like right-hand opponent has one of those spade honors. Interesting. That should be all they have left. Ooh, they have the 7 of diamonds as well. There's the 10. The 6 of diamonds is a winner, folks. Guess what? I didn't even have to count. I just know it's good. What are they doing over there? They ditched the... Wow, they just created this trick for us. This is amazing. Okay, we're going to pitch a spade because that's awesome. And now we still don't have an entry to dummy. And this is a great example. If we just remember what's going on, or we just saw the diamonds kind of do something super weird. We took our last diamond. We have 4 in the bank, right? 4 winners in the bank. How many are we taking? 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what we have right now. Can we take more? Yes, we can, as long as we do it first. So make sure you always know where you are and if you're safe. There are no diamonds left, right? So we're safe. Here, we just develop our 9th trick. Bingo, bango, right? And now what do? Doesn't matter, right? Do anything you want. I have 9 tricks. If I had cashed hearts and clubs and then played a spade, they win a spade, and they may have either a long heart or, more likely, a club to take. So here, develop your trick first while you still have all the stoppers. And here's your match point play of just claim city, right? We're going to take 9 tricks. And that's just because we have all the rest of these. You can do something fun at the end to trick your opponents, pitch away that queen of spades. That's something the robot always does to you, so I like to give it back to them. So that's plus 150. And in hearts, it looks like if we finessed hearts correctly in that contract as well, we would lose 2 spades. We would lose 1 heart and 1 diamond. That's making 3 for hearts, so plus 150. In a match point sense, I think we did okay in this spot. And this is a good example of times where sometimes you will have major suit fits. And in no trump auctions like these, you may not be able to find them, even though I think the robot had a chance to help us out here. But in spots like that, it's okay. As long as you just try to take as many tricks as possible, you may come out ahead score-wise. So those are the first 2 boards. Let's continue. Here's our last chance to excel as the North player, and we're not going to have an opportunity to do so in the bidding. We're going to pass. Ooh, we see a little jury action from our opponents. Look at that. That is what that is. Left-hand opponent has opened the bidding in 4th chair. They opened a major suit. 2 clubs is jury. Hey, partner, I have an invitational hand with 3 or more trumps. And that is a pretty frequent jury auction, right? 1 heart, 2 clubs, 4 hearts, right? Just get us to game quickly. And that dummy, wow. Okay, so we have to talk about that dummy. Before we do anything, that is 100% an opening hand in every position for all time. All right, so there's 0 chance that hand should have ever passed. And it's because they have a magical situation that you open with 100% of the time. 3 quick tricks. When you have ace king in one suit and ace in another, you open the bidding. I don't care if you're totally flat, you have 3 winners in your hand, you open the bidding 100% of the time if you have the opportunity to do so. Add to that, you have a good 5-card suit. This is automatic, folks. So this is a hand that should have opened the bidding, and we'll look at how the auction will go after I complete whatever we're about to see here. But obviously, if you have passed a hand like this, jury is your best chance. Although, I mean, if partner showed, like, let's say 2 diamonds opposite jury, I would bid a game because I would be afraid I would miss it because I didn't open my hand. So in this case, partner's leading the 10 of clubs. We can make a pretty descriptive play by actually playing the jack. And this would be, it's unnecessary, right? And partner knows this, so it would be kind of communicating this sort of thing in our hand where it's safe to lead this suit again, at least from their perspective. We're in a little bit of a hurry on this hand to develop tricks, and that's because that diamond suit looks like it's going to do pretty well for 2 reasons. They may have a good entry to that if hearts are breaking, and it looks like they are because we have only 2 of them in our hand. Right? And if diamonds are 3-3-ish, or if Declare has 3 diamonds, that suit's breaking evenly as well. So really, we want to communicate that, we have something reasonable in this, but also we really, if we get in, we're going to have to take our tricks quickly. We're going to false card. Okay, so Declare only had 1 diamond. That's good. They're not going to set those up. And Declare also had ace king of clubs. Interesting. Partner had only 2. Okay, so now we have the lay of the land. We're counting Declare's hand. They had 5 clubs, 5 hearts. They only had 1 diamond, so guess how many spades they have, folks? Yeah. Counting is fun, right? So here we're pitching, obviously, because we're not under roughing, right? That's probably the last thing we want to do. I think partner's out now. Good, they're going to rough that. And now we're just trying to get rid of as much as we can. Well played, robot. Good stuff. 4 hearts is a winner. Making 11 tricks. Let's look how they did it, and let's also critique their auction. All right, so here we are, folks. Just orient yourselves properly. I'm sitting up there. Just a little weird when you're not sitting south on bridge base, but just recognize that it went 3 passes, 1, 2, 3, and then this hand with its nice 5-5 shape opened 1 heart. They heard the jury response and then bid 4 hearts. Perfect the way East bid it. West, however, should open 1 diamond for sure, right? This is a 100% an opening bid, and now we have a reasonable auction. It's going to go a diamond, pass, a heart. And South is going to have to pass. As much as they would want to double, they don't have the right shape to do so, right? So South's going to be out of this auction even with this 11 count. I mean, there's an outside chance that South might have opened a diamond, and that would make it not terribly difficult for East-West to deal with it, but maybe a little bit more difficult. There would be a heart and a cubit raise, I think. But the most likely auction, I'm hoping West would open a diamond, pass. East bids a heart, pass. 1 no trump by West, 12 to 14 balanced. even though it's 11, that's just fine. And then East will bid New Minor Forcing, and then West will show 3-card heart support, and we'll find our way to 4 hearts in that fashion. So we're going to get to 4 hearts either way. And the robot chose to lead a club, which, I mean, you cannot argue with that play, right? This is a very normal lead from this hand, because look at it. They certainly are fearing almost everything. The only other thing they might think of is a diamond, right? But by the time we get in, the damage is done. They get to cross to the ace of diamonds. King of diamonds, they actually pitch a spade. Perfect, right? So they had 2 spade losers. They just dropped that down to 1. And now they cleared out clubs and realized they're just kind of roughing in between. Now, I think, could our partner do a little better here if they rough with a high heart? Let's take a look. Because notice, no, it looks like it's the same. If they rough with a high heart, I was thinking maybe they have to over rough ace and maybe we get to hop and draw. But the declarer can continually just threaten our partner by leading clubs through their short position, knowing that my hand's not going to be able to over rough right away. Okay, so good job, robot. You did well. So our first round as North, we were plus 100 and plus 150 on the first 2 boards. And then on board 3, East just played 4 hearts and made an over trick. So how we doing score-wise? Let me know. All right, so now I'm going to move over to the East chair. Let's go. There we are. We are sitting East. And we are now on board 4. And the auction has started. 1 club, 1 heart. What did we do here, folks? What did you do at your table? I just love bridge. Bridge is great because all the concepts I talk about in class, in fact, I remember talking about this just a couple of days ago in a class I was giving. It's the perfect spot to talk about the negative double. And in this case, we have 2 ways we can show spades. And it is specifically on auctions that start 1 of a minor, 1 heart specifically. Notice that we can double, the negative double, shows 4 spades, and the bid of 1 spade shows spades as well. So what do? Well, we provide meaning to both of those bids. The double, which was what we're going to do with this hand, is going to show exactly 4 spades and 6 or more points. Whereas if we chose 1 spade, that is the same points, 6 plus points, but 5 plus spades. So we're going to double to show 4. Our partner bids 1 no trump, and now right-hand opponent is coming in with 2 clubs. So it looks like they had natural hearts and clubs. I mean, I don't mind doubling 2 clubs here. I mean, it sounds like we're a little bit of a misfit between my partner and myself. And the robot's in this. I don't have anything great in diamonds. Partner may have some diamonds over there, I suppose. I'm ripping this, and I'm going to go for it. Now, here's the thing. My other choice is 2 no, right? And that's invitational with this hand. But if I'm going to invite and partner's going to accept, I don't mind. I mean, maybe I mind doubling 2 clubs. I don't know. Here's what we need. North could just have North could just have a bizarre hand, which is just like 6-5 hearts and clubs or 5-5, and doubling is just stupid. But here's the thing. If either partner has some length in clubs or partner has length in hearts, which either one of those is pretty reasonable for us. I'm talking myself into it. Let's go. What do we do when we do this, folks? We lead trumps, right? We do not want declare roughing hearts in the dummy, so we get rid of the trump suit so they cannot set this suit up, we hope. And there it is. There goes the trump. And now we'll just hope we're taking enough tricks on the side. All right, I'm going to signal. Oh, that partner took a club there. That's nice. We'll signal we want some spades through at some point if we need to. Partner's taking a club. We love it. We love it. We love it. Let's cash this ace of spades. Boom. We don't care that they're short. Well, we do kind of when partner ditches the king underneath it. Interesting. So here, just going plus is really good, right? Going plus is really good. We're only going to go plus 200. But this is amazing if we can't make a game, right? Plus 200 is like a gold mine if partner wasn't going to accept our invite. And what did we do, folks? We found a gold mine, right? As just as much as you hear Gavin and I talk about minus 200 is the worst. Well, plus 200 defensively is amazing. And we don't get it if we don't double the way we defended, at least. Maybe we can defend better. But the way this shook out for us, if we go 2 clubs down 1 for 100, well, we can outpace that just by making 8 tricks and no trump and going plus 120. When we double, we cannot outpace this by playing a part score, right? So here, plus 200, I would guess be a pretty good score for us, and not without risk. Again, North is showing kind of a shapely hand, and they bid freely vulnerable. But here's what I know as the East player. I'm absolutely confident my partner has an opening hand because they opened the bidding and then rebid one no trump. And I am absolutely confident that we have more than half the points in the deck, and it seems like we don't have a fit. So it rates that partner has some cards in the opponent's suits, and as it turns out, partner did have 4-4 in both of those suits. So we'll take that plus 2 hundo to the bank. Let's go to board 5 here in City East. All right, pass to us. Look at what we're looking at here. Do we open this hand? I mean, it is the best 4-3-3 hand I've seen in a long time because it has 10s, 9s, 8s. Man. Okay, I mean, I'm opening, but I'm going to tell you that it's perfectly fine to pass. In fact, I would pass this in situations myself sometimes, but I like all the intermediate cards. Like, everything is working well. It's flat, but it has preemptive value as well. When I get in here with this, I get to kind of show a hand that has some value for opening, but also if it's not our hand, we've done a good job. Now we're going to make a support double here. I'm sorry I didn't ask you guys about this, but this is a questionable one. You might want to talk about this sequence with your partners. When they bid a no trump, sometimes you want to have a penalty double available here. So you just want to discuss this with your partners. The robot plays this as always a support double, and it's fine to play it as that as well. It'll keep you out of out of harm's way sometimes. So here we're just going to show 3-card spade support, and now partner's going to compete to the club level. We would expect them to have values and clubs because they didn't have to bid 3 clubs, right? Sometimes they might have to make a weird choice when we make a support double and their next player passes, but now with South bidding 2 diamonds in the middle, partner should have clubs and a hand that wants to compete. We've overbid our hand already. So we're happy to sit back and take this here. Look at this. Let's see what we can figure out from the bidding. All right, so a club, a diamond, a spade, and then they rebid diamond. So boom. We know what's going on in diamonds. We would expect 6 cards in the diamond suit here. I would honestly expect kind of close to an opening hand as well, considering they didn't have to bid either in these situations. So here they have a 6-card diamond suit. They probably have, let's give them around, I don't know, let's give them 11. How about that? We can be kind of reasonable with our points. We have 11. They have 11. That's 22. Dummy has 8. That is 30, which means there's about 10 here. Yeah, that makes about sense, right? Because they did bid a no trump over there. So we're in the ballpark in this spot. How about spades? What's going on with that? Well, right-hand opponent bid a no trump after our partner responded a spade to our opening bid. And watch this, folks, just as a little kickback to that last board. That's only 4 spades. And why is that only 4? Why is that auction different than when it goes a minor, a heart? And it's because it went a minor, a diamond. It went a club, a diamond. When it goes a club, a diamond, we bid our 4-card majors up the line, and double shows both 4-card majors. When it goes a minor, a heart, that's the only time that's different. And it's because we have 2 of the same bid, 1 spade and double. All right, so here we expect right-hand opponent to be taking some tricks. I'm going to false card a little bit here by playing the 10. And now if they cash the ace, I'm going to play low because if it's getting roughed, whatever, and I don't want to create a trick for them. And look at that. They had 5 spades to our right over there. And lefty's pitching a diamond. That's fine for us. We're okay with them throwing diamonds away. That's their long suit. All right, so there's the ace of diamonds getting cashed. Did they have 7 diamonds to our left? No, only 6. Okay, good. All right, so now what the heck do we do? Make your play. Yeah, it's time to get Trump out, and it's urgent. It's urgent, right? If you play a heart, they're going to win and do some roughing, right? Clubs over here, spades over here, right? So we don't want this to be happening. We want to get rid of as many Trump as we can as quickly as we can. So we cash ace of spades and we lead a spade. And if lefty has the queen, oh, they don't. That's too bad. Oh, actually, this isn't too bad either. Now we can just play king of diamonds. We can do anything. We can pitch a heart or a spade. We can do this, though. This is a nice sneaky play. If I'm going to pitch a heart, I'm going to sneak in that jack. In fact, maybe I should have done this before cashing the diamond. I'm just going to hope they play second hand low. Oh, my partner's going to win this. It didn't. The robots are too smart. But here, we will deal with the rest of this, right? I can just, honestly, we have nothing to do but just give them whatever they're going to take, which is that queen, and we'll take down 2 here for minus 100. I would guess that's not terrible. if they can go plus in any fashion on their cards. And it looks like they could probably get a plus score in diamonds. So here, down 2 might be good bridge. And here, the only reason we're clipping this off is because I chose to be a little aggressive in this chair because I kind of fell in love with my terrible 11 count. I'm aggressive, folks. So this is not a hand I would expect a lot of you to open. And if we did not open this hand, you would see an auction that's a little bit more traditional. 1 diamond, pass, 1 spade. My hand might consider bidding again, but it doesn't have the right shape. Right? So again, it's out. Can't double in this case. So to a diamond, a spade, South will probably rebid 2 diamonds, and North will make a choice. Right? Will they invite game? Will they not? Going low on this appears to be a good choice for North-South. And if we didn't open this hand, it'd be very unlikely you would see the East-West cards in here. And that's just a little bit of an advertisement for not dismissing some hands where you might think to open. Now, if you take away all those 10s and 9s and 8s in my hand over here, there's 0 chance I'm in there. Right? I'm not bidding. All right. Even the way it's constructed now, it's kind of not that you need to bid. It's not crazy. I think it's right in the line of aggressive and crazy. Okay, so that's where I'll draw it. You guys can tell me what you think in the comments. All right, number 6 is coming at you next. Last chance as the East player. Let's see what we're doing. Yuck. Let's get a good hand here. 9 points. Okay, a club, a spade, double. Here, I'm not quite good enough to cube it. I'm close, right? I have a 9 count and a doubleton. I'm fine with this with the robot. I'm just going to bid 2 spades. Wow. I guess if I cube it, we might have gotten to a good game. It looks like it's going to depend on the diamond position here, I believe. Let's see what the robot does. They guessed wrong for sure. They could have guessed right. That's why we underbid when the robot plays it, folks. Looks like they're going to make 3. Yeah, good. All right, plus 140 for us on this board. Let's look at what the robot did for our disaster here. So auction, reasonable, right? The South player starts with 1 club. Our partner overcalls 1 spade. Perfect. Double by North. Look at this hand. This is excellent, folks. Good job by the robots. This is a hand we can't bid 2 hearts with when it goes a club, a spade, because it's not enough values. You don't have to be a game-forcing hand with that North player to bid 2 hearts. You do need to have a good 10 or more, though. So double is a terrific way to show this hand. Hey, partner, I have at least 4 hearts. And now later on, if North were to bid or let's say balance with 2 hearts, now South knows, oh, partner had 5 plus hearts, but not enough values to bid at the 2 level. So it's a nice way to still show hearts without enough values. And here, my choice is to cube it or not. If I cube it, my partner is, I would guess they would bid a game with that hand. And to be fair, I think we should make that game. They made an unorthodox play of a diamond to the to the king. And let me show you where they did that. I happen to be watching more closely than usual with the speedy robot here. So they roughed the second club. Drew rounds, well, they probably should draw a couple rounds of trump there, but there they go. They roughed a club in the middle. Here was the odd play. The normal way to play this is just to play low to that jack, right? To finesse for the queen and the ace. For some odd reason, they decided to hop up with the king here when the jack would have sufficed, and now we have lost 2 diamond tricks along with a heart that we can't avoid losing on this hand because we have to draw a round of trump. All right, so here the robot made just 3 tricks, unfortunately, on this one. Just the 3 level with 9 tricks. So, oh well. All right, so let's jump over to that South chair, and that'll at least be an easier one to look for on the results screen. Let's hop over there right now. We are now sitting South with a nice 13 count upgrade now that we rotate. We start with a club. Ooh, make your bid, folks. We start with a club. It goes a diamond, a heart, a spade. Is that 4th suit forcing? Nah, not quite. We need to bid all those suits ourselves. This is a support double, though. We had 3 hearts, right? We opened a club. It went a diamond, a heart, and a spade on our right. To show 3-card heart support, we double. And now we also should know we have an 8-card heart fit, and that's because partner did not have to bid 2 hearts, right? It went 2 diamonds on our left. This looks like a super familiar auction, doesn't it? We've seen something similar to this, except it was spades, no trump, and then 2 diamonds. So here, it's just our left-hand opponent loving diamonds for us today with the way we're sitting. So at this point, we've opened the bidding. We've shown 3-card heart support. Partner's only willing to play at the 2 level in hearts. We're done, right? And now it goes 2 spades, and here's our choice. Do we bid? Do we not? What should we base this on? Usually we base it on the law of total tricks, which says we can compete to whatever level is equal to the number of trumps we have. Our partner seems to think, or at least they're advertising that they seem to think that we only have 8 trump because we're at the 2 level. Okay? And they know we have 3 trumps exactly because we made our support double. So here, if they're not willing to go to the 3 level, I'm not going to be willing to go there either. And to be fair, I'm not sure the opponents even have a fit, which is perfectly reasonable to sit back and defend as well. I have an easy lead of the ace of clubs. I'm going to try to go plus on defense. I'm not going to double because that's too much risk on this one. We're at too low a level. I'm just going to lead my ace of clubs, and wow, I wish I was playing with a human partner because I would know that that was suit preference. But I don't have any faith in this at all. I'm going to just lead a heart because it's just easy to do so at this point. Diamond might be in my thought process. Let's just look at this. A club, a diamond, a heart. Partner has 5 hearts, which means Declare has probably like 2 hearts, right? The club situation is interesting. It seems like East probably has some clubs. East certainly has 5 spades, we would guess. Yes, good. I'm not sure why West didn't raise spades directly with 3 spades, but whatever. All right, we'll try to take our tricks here. Partner doesn't have the king of hearts, unfortunately. Why do we know that? Because partner won the ace of hearts, right? It means righty just has stiff king of hearts left in their hand. Partner's suggesting they might have the queen of diamonds over there, right? They actually, I'm going to play low here for sure. There we go. All right, it's because partner's drawing trump, right? They see that nice source of tricks and diamonds over there, and they're not in a hurry to kind of bang that out. So at this point, I have to hop ace of diamonds. Let's hope partner has, so here, question, what do we do? Do we play the queen of hearts or do we play the king of clubs? And why the heck am I thinking about the king of clubs? Well, I want to take that entry off dummy. I know for a fact that Declare has no diamonds left, right? I also know Declare can't get the dummy in hearts. So if I play the king of clubs, I'm going to, low club might have been better unless partner has that jack over there. I hope I didn't set up a club for Declare, but really I just want to make sure they rough. The danger of playing a low club is if Declare had the queen, they would have just been able to pass that over and still have that trump entry for those diamonds. Here, I'm just trying to wipe out that spade entry, and that's how I did it. Oh, good. Partner had jack 10 of clubs. Let's go, partner. All right, are we getting in one more? Yes. Oh, no, we're not. No. Oh, yeah, partner had queen 10 third. Excuse me, I forgot the jack was in dummy. Missing cards as usual as I play too fast. But here, cool spot. Interesting way that this went. I have no idea, first of all, why East would ever bid 1 spade. It's a real stretch, folks. When we open a club, West has a perfectly normal 1 diamond bid, and then partner, when they bid a heart, East is gone, right? 1 spade bid should be a better hand. What is it for the robots here? 7 plus is not enough, folks. It should be a good 10 plus, right? Because, well, so the robot might play this new suit as non-forcing. I do not recommend that for any of you. Play new suits as forcing by responder every time, always and forever. And for that reason, this should be 10 plus points, right? It's easier for you when you improve and you become more of a regular player. You can massage this to something of this nature, but I do not recommend it. It's changing too much in different situations. So here, their 1 spade bid is kind of crazy, but they did it. But the weird thing is, after we make our support double, I'm not sure why West just doesn't bid 2 spades, right? They have a good fit. They don't have to rebid their diamonds. They found an 8-card spade fit, but okay. So now we just sat back and defended 2 spades, and the opening lead of the ace of clubs looks like it's the one that should hold it. We did hold it to just 2, it looks like here, which is a good spot for us. Spade would have been fine as well, right? And basically, anything would have been fine other than a diamond, which would just give up terrible tricks. Unless we led low, that could be a kind of a nice lead to pick off single to queen for partner if they had it. But that is, by the way, the definition of insanity, so don't do that. All right, let's see number 8 here. Our second board as the South player. Diamond, a heart, make your bid. Funny, if I were a passed hand, I would double this because I have both 4-card suits. But I'm not a passed hand, so if I were going to double this here, I'd need a full opening hand. I do not have it. And now we've kept our hand hidden from the opponents. We should be defending this probably solo, right? If the opponents have about 25, 26 points, we have 10. We're on our own, most likely. So what are we going to do? We're going to try to develop tricks with the King of Clubs lead, and we're going to see that was not successful. Look at that. Need a second to see that trick, folks. Dummy's voiding clubs. The dummy just had a tremendous amount of shape on this one here. And you can see they roughed this first club, which honestly, I don't expect partner to have the ace of clubs either. They're just roughing that there to get that in dummy. Now they're drawing trump in an odd way, playing the queen of hearts from dummy. We are hoping they don't run diamonds before we get some spade tricks. I would usually be giving count here, but not with the robot as my partner. And here I'm absolutely making sure to get my ace of spades now because I'm terrified. I am absolutely terrified of that diamond suit running, especially because Declare didn't really make an effort to rough any clubs at this point. Right? It seems like they just might be in the business of setting up a spade trick before they run diamonds. So I'm still going to draw trump here just because I don't have a better idea. I helped create a spade trick there, but I'm okay with that. They gave up a diamond. Interesting. Wow, we're doing actually okay here. Did partner have short spades? They don't have a heart, though. Too bad. All right, so I defended this probably the worst way I could at this point now that I see everything. But I don't know if we were actually going to be able to do this. It looked like we might have traded off in that diamond exchange with partner. But let's take a look at it. Let's see how well or how poorly I could have done. King of clubs, partner had an amazing club hand. Look at that. Let's look at the auction first. 1 diamond. I might consider bidding 3 clubs with that north hand, especially if I had extra shape. It's not for the faint of heart, and to be honest, it's not ideally shaped, kind of like that first hand we saw in this video. But considerations. If the queen of diamonds was in clubs, clearly you're getting in there. But fine to pass. Honestly, I'm not quibbling with that. 1 heart. We can't really bid, and now it's 3 hearts, 4 hearts, and our opening lead was that king of clubs. So after this opening lead, can we do anything? And the answer is not really, right? If they rough it, what did we have opportunity with? The queen of hearts play was weird, and so was the jack of hearts. It was just all around. That was just an odd trick. All right, it was almost like the robots having an inside joke against us. Like, hey, let's see what he thinks of this one, right? As referenced during this, usually you give count when Declare is leading a suit, but I know my partner's not paying attention, so I'm just throwing random cards. And here's where I went wrong, right? The robot doesn't need to play this at all. They can eventually do this some other way, but I just need to play low, or really it's saying split, but I'm pretty sure the 3 would have sufficed. I don't think they were going to play the 7 or the 8. Just playing second hand low would do slightly better here, and at this point what got me was they weren't transporting over to do anything in clubs. It looked like maybe they just let low to the diamond and we're just like, oh, okay, that broke. Let's see if we can sneak a spade in. And that was just, my failing here. If I just play low, it looks like we can scrabble together the tricks. But here, that's the problem with hopping up with the ace. It's why we play second hand low. Give them their first trick, and they can't take any more, right? Because your ace jack is sitting behind that queen. Here, when you hop ace, you give them 2 tricks, right? Oh, well. Bad play by me. And here at this point as well, I'm not, as discussed initially, I'm not even sure where the ace of clubs is yet, right? It wouldn't be unreasonable for Declare to have the ace of clubs and just rough and dummy early, knowing that they can rough 1 or more of those, and then just have an ace of clubs as a stopper. So if I thought that, if I knew partner had the ace of clubs, it's a little bit easier to maybe deal with this, because now it's more likely East has the queen of spades, right? So when we know more about the points, it's a little easier here. I'm still a little in the fog of war situation. So bad play by Robbie there. I tried myself with the Robbie voice, by the way. That was my kid name growing up in the bridge world. All right, let's go to board 9. And here it is. Yeah, let's get some of this weirdness in our skull. Look at this hand. 8 clubs. This is the second 8-card suit of the setting. So here's the thing. I set these things up in a program, and I say to the program, I would like you to reject super odd shapes. And I don't think that selection is working in this set of deals. because I would classify this as an odd shape. However, it's a powerful hand. It is a massively powerful hand that I'm not strong enough to do anything but open a club with. But I know I'm going to get another bid because the shape is ridiculous. And the question is, what will that other bid be? If I had solid clubs starting with the ace, I would bid 3-no trump in a heartbeat right now. It would not be a question. I don't have that. What's 3 clubs from me? I don't even know if that's enough. That's crazy. I mean, partner could have very little here, so I want to give them the chance to bail out. But also, I mean, I don't need a ton from partner to do well. And now at this point, when they're going to be bidding 3 spades, I hate my partner more now. I'm guessing. It's tough. With the robot, I'm guessing. If I only have the ace of diamonds, and partner did not bid 3-no trump. That's the thing that worries me the most. But I'm very familiar with the robot's tendencies to not bid 3-no trump when they might have stoppers. So in this situation, I do recognize that they didn't have to bid, so this is very nice for us. But I hate passing 3-no trump when partner just might have something. I'm just going to bid 5 clubs and hope I have. Partner has the king of diamonds. Yeah. So notice now on any lead, I could just win a diamond, hammer out the clubs. Even on a spade lead, I have time to do this. And I don't have a second diamond loser. So 3-no trump is so much better than 5 clubs. But we didn't get that chance, folks. Nice that they're drawing trump. We started with 9. That's 10, 11. Here's the ace of diamonds. Thank goodness that survived. There is 12 and 13. Okay, that's done. Now, how are we doing the rest of this? Well, let's try to set up a spade trick. Boom, we did. Now let's make them lead. We like this. Let's make them lead. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, wait, what could they have done? Oh, they could have let a spade, which we would win the king and cash king of diamonds. Oh, they could have let a heart. Well, that's a free finesse. We owned them on this one, folks, especially if they had the king of hearts in that hand. We're going to claim the rest, and that will be plus 4 hundo. And yeah, they had the king of hearts. So their best play, and let's get back to their moment, their best play would have been a heart because they still give us a guess in that situation because we have to guess whether to play the 10 or the queen of hearts, right? So at this moment when we let them in or when we at least try to create a trick, once they hop ace of spades, they've essentially end played themselves. What would have happened if they played low? Well, we would have won the king of spades and pitched a heart on the diamond and ended up with the same number of tricks as a result anyway without losing a spade, right? So very cool hand. I so much would have preferred playing 3-0 on this one, unfortunately, especially the way the cards shook out. We weren't in too much danger of anything, and we get a better match point score in that spot, folks. So, yeah, we don't want to play 5 of a minor, but come on, partner. Give us a chance, man. I mean, here, notice we could have made a support double. Partner knows we don't have 3 spades, and when a club is spade, 2 diamonds. If I had 3 spades, even if I had amazing clubs, right, I could have made a support double, right? I did not do that. So why are they bidding 3 spades with only 5 of them? Give us a little 3-no and make us happy. So here, I'm not a huge fan of the way this went, but I guess we'll do okay. All right, so let's take a look at 10, 11, and 12, and let's switch chairs, folks. Ooh, 1 club to you. What do you do? Make your call. What'd you do at the table today? 2-no. Hey, partner, I have the 2 lowest ranking unbid suits. And partner does something very unexpected. They bid 3-no trump, which is ridiculous. And we are going to pull them out of this insanity because we happen to know that they are a passed hand. So we bid 2-no trump to show diamonds and hearts, the 2 lowest ranking unbid suits. Let's make sure that we're clear on that. Good. Partners should know we have diamonds and hearts. When they bid 3-no trump, what I would assume this is, in a general understanding of the situation, is a very good hand with a very terrible misfit, meaning clubs and spades. So when they do this, and I know they didn't open the bidding, it can't be that. I'm bailing because I'm a 6-5. I'm going to show more shape. Partner's going to put me in 4 hearts without a fit, and the robot's going to have sealed my fate as hating them more in these spots. I'm very upset with the robot as they play it. I might recover my feelings for them if they make this, right? I'm not looking. I'm just going to talk as they hopefully take 10 tricks and deliver the goods. I hope those diamonds are good, because if they're not, they played this poorly. I don't know what to say. Yeah, so 3-0 Trump, interesting by that robot there. Yeah. I don't know, maybe opening one spade would have been better. How about that? How about using that rule of 20, Mr. Robot? That looks like 11 points. It looks like you have 9 cards in your 2 longest suits, and you have ace king 5 times in spades, you know? Maybe you open a spade. Maybe you open a spade and it goes 1 spade past 2 hearts. Or maybe I bet a no trump. I don't know, partner, but when you open the bidding, it's a little bit better for us. And when you bid 3-no trump after partner's unusual 2-no trump with this garbage in your hand, you are not going to do well in the long run, especially when you correct 4 diamonds to 4 hearts with your king X of hearts. So, yeah. Okay. We are going to move on from that one and not talk about it ever again. And now, thank goodness, we don't have to deal with the robot anymore until they preempt. Okay, 1 club, 2 spades, 3 hearts. I don't mind getting in here when partner preempts. And I really want the opponents to be confused, so I'm going to bid 4 spades. And I'm going to see them double. And I'm just joking, folks. I would never do that. I'm just toying with the robot and kind of making them upset for what they did to us on the last board. Of course, we wouldn't do this. However, we would absolutely know in these situations that it's the opponent's hand, and if we had shape, we would absolutely be raising using the law of total tricks. We happen to know we only have 8 trumps together, so we would never go past the level the partner already went to, because very frequently we would be hearing this double. And I tell you what, let's go back and see how badly we would have punished the robot, just out of spite, just in case. But let me reset this up and get the correct auction. We're obviously passing 3 hearts in this spot. We have a 2 count and only 2 spades. Bidding 4 spades would be really a punishing partner. You know, and whether they deserve it or not, it's not something we like to do at the bridge table. So here we are, back to normal sanity, and you expect them to bid a game, and you're happy they're not bidding a slam, right? Because your partner has a preemptive hand, and you have 2 jacks. Easiest lead of all time. You lead spades, not because you're looking for a ruff, but because you want to lead partner suit, and you have a doubleton. Not shocking, partner only has queen jack of spades. Interesting. Leaves to the king there. Heart to the king. Let's false card, right? We see the 9 there. We can afford to do that. And now they've figured everything out. Look at how many tricks you're going to take here. Amazing. Did our partner preempt them out of something? It's weird that they haven't drawn some trump. They're living dangerously. There it comes. Getting a little rough and done. There's their 10 tricks, and there is our last chance to excel here. Just hearts left for declare, and look at that. It's a heart finesse for almost all the tricks, actually. It's a crazy hand. Nothing we can do on this. In fact, I don't mind the robot preempting with that hand at all. That's perfectly, it's better than the hand I preempted with on board 1 as the dealer. And notice it's because we're not vulnerable, okay? That 2 spade overcall, folks, is just like a weak 2 bid, right? That's exactly what they showed with their 2 spade bid. It's the preemptive jump overcall, right? So whenever you see that, even if it's at the 3 level, it's this hand, right? It's a reasonable 6 card suit with about 5 to 10 total points. Let's get to the true last chance to excel, folks. Board 12. Sitting west, another 2 suited hand. Let's get in there with 1 spade, folks. Partner bids a no trump. Easiest 2 club bid ever, and now we're done, right? Partner's just taking a preference for spades. They do not have 3 spades here, folks. They're unless they have a super weak hand. Bidding 3 clubs would show extra values and our extra shape. We have one of those 2 things, so we just sit back and we play in our nice 7 card fit, and they get off to the wrong lead because, take a look, folks. We're going to win this ace of clubs. We're going to play a diamond to that ace. King of diamonds, pitching a heart. And now we're going to take a nice normal spade finesse. Now they might work out a club ruff here, possibly, if they get their return right. They got it wrong because take a look. There it goes. And we're going to draw one more round. And now, can we draw this round of trump? I don't think so, folks, because if we do and they're not breaking, we may just lose control of the entire trump suit and go down. We still might lose a lot of tricks here because of the way this is set up, because we're going to have to lose a club at some point as well, because the clubs did not divide evenly. This is bad news, folks, because it looks like what we're going to do is play a club. They're going to win and draw trump from the right-hand opponent's hand. I'm going to try to keep that from happening by playing a heart. It doesn't matter. They're winning both. Here goes the jack of clubs. They're going out of direction. Is the trump to my left? No, there it is. Smart plays. Smart plays. A little unlucky the way the trump suit broke for you on this hand if you played it. You dodged a heart loser right away, but you kind of get back to that. And notice we could have done it. We could have done it. Here it is. Let's look at the results. The spades were 3-3, right? So let me just start from the very beginning. The club to this smells like shortness. We were hoping it was a doubleton. That would be much more helpful in this spot. And then it goes diamond, just to get rid of one of our heart losers. We know we started with 2. Now it's 1, right? At this moment, once we draw one round of trump, we should recognize if we play this, we can now make it. If we just play ace of spades, spade, or we could play a low spade and then draw trump the next time with our ace. And then we run 2 club tricks, and that's going to get us to our 8, right? But unfortunately, at this point, we can't know that's happening. And in fact, if the other thing is happening, if they get to win the queen of spades, tap us in diamonds again, now they have the last trump. And now they get to ruff a club and take winners, right? So we can't really afford, and that's the problem with 7-card fits. Drawing that last round of trump, if you're not right, if it's not 3-3, you are cooked, right? So here, you're trying to draw trump in a different way. And this is the other step. If clubs are now 3-2, we can draw trump this way even when they're 4-2, even when spades are breaking badly, because we'll know this will survive, and then we'll be able to just run good clubs. But when this doesn't survive, not only did we realize an extra trump loser, we now have a club loser as well on top of that. So that's our down 1. And that's my scorecard, folks. This is what it looks like. I played from 4 different positions from the table, but this is what the scores were at my table. Okay. How did you do? What did you do with these boards? Let me know, and I hope you are enjoying playing this Friday duplicate game. I will see you next week. Don't forget, folks, every Friday on Bridge Base you play, and on YouTube you learn with yours truly. So I'll see you next week for the Friday duplicate. Take care, folks.